Welcome to the Anger We Carry podcast by Ayla. Today we are here with a very special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Alma. I'm 16 years old. I am from Syria and obviously I'm a refugee. I moved to Lebanon, then Turkey. I lived in Turkey for like 2 years and now here I am living in England for another 2 years. And yeah, as you can see, I am quite young.
Yes, she is. So, Alma, do you think being a refugee changed how we feel anger?
Yes, definitely. Basically, what I believe that anger, like being a refugee and the anger we carry with us as refugees, it means that it's an anger to a specific cause, which is either war or being a refugee and racism. People view anger as you being angry toward a person or a situation, not usually toward the cause. And I feel like that is the change that happened. So I don't know if a lot of people can understand what I mean, but yes, it's basically changed it because it's for a more moral reason, while other people see it more as you being impulsive and not knowing what you're doing and you're just angry all the time. Well, it's not really like that.
Yeah. What's something that really made you angry during our journey?
Like I said before, probably racism in specifically Turkey, because that's the most racist country that I lived in. And honestly, it's more about the concept of racism itself, because I personally find it really stupid. How could you see a person and hate them just from where they are or from what they believe? Like, for
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Like, just why do you hate me? You don't know me. Like, if I'm at the street and someone hears me speaking Arabic and they just start shouting at me, that is so stupid, because that situation only shows that you have zero social skills and you're stupid and not educated, basically.
We both had the same journey with like totally different experiences, but it's still like we moved to the countries together and all that. But yeah, I totally agree, and I think we both are not ashamed but angry because we are refugees.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I think we both deal with it really differently.
Maybe I don't think I deal with it, but yeah, yeah, I think that.
And I have to tell you that I chose you because I know you are one of the most people that I know they are still struggling because they are refugees, even we are like in 2025. But I know that you're still struggling, and I know that you are an angry refugee, basically. So it was like, yeah, I think you are the best, the best option to bring to my podcast. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I should be flattered or not.
I don't know.
I
don't know if it's a compliment or not. But yeah,
thank you.
But I chose you. You know?
Yeah.
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 Do you think we are even allowed to be angry? Or are we expected to always be, like, grateful?
Oh my god. So, because I keep struggling with that, okay? A lot of people saying being a refugee, like, a survival story. So everyone, like, really gets surprised when I say, like, oh, I'm not comfortable with being a refugee. I'm not saying I am ashamed of being a refugee. No. It's not comfortable for me. I don't want to celebrate it because it only shows that I have issues, like attachment issues to a certain home or like a country. that I am struggling with racism, or just shows that I'm different from others, which is, we do celebrate that. Being different is completely fine, but not in that way, you know? Like, being different in the political kind of... I'm not comfortable with the situation that life puts me in. So why should I be grateful? I'm not grateful that my house is getting bombed.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but do you think we should be grateful because, like here in the UK, they basically took us as refugees? Do you think we should be grateful for that, or do you think this is like the minimum you can do? You know.
I'm not saying it's the minimum. I'll be thankful, but grateful? I don't know. I definitely would rather live in my country, even though I don't like my country that much. But I feel like it would still be a better option than living in any foreign country.
Why do you think that?
Because everyone have the same culture. Everyone believe the same stuff. Everyone have the same struggles as you. When you share your struggle and your traumas, you don't feel like a completely different person that no one else can recognize but you or the Syrian people with you. You know, like your society and your community is just way much more bigger than the same community in different countries.
So, what kind of things have people said to you that made you angry, but you couldn't respond?
I feel like the most obvious answer would be like, oh, go back to your country, because who are you to tell me that? Because being like, your country is something very personal. I don't feel like anyone should have the opinion on that. Not politically as well. Like, no one can force anyone to leave their country just because they applied to a visa here, and you can be like, you know what, I might reject your visa, and it's just not wrong. It doesn't sound right for me. Another thing, probably here, it happened in the UK. They didn't say it specifically to me, but I was the only immigrant in the room, so it felt like it was for me. Because we were talking about immigration, they were like, oh, those immigrants, why they should live here? Or if their country is fine, why don't they just go back there instead of taking our jobs? It's like...
How that made you feel?
Angry, again. And it just made me feel not accepted, basically. So yeah, that's the difference of feeling different. I didn't feel different. I just felt not
unaccepted.
Really, accepted.
Why do you think Turkish people are racist? So let's just say that not all of them.
Yes.
Not all of them, but the majority of them are. I know that we both know that, and there is like actually evidence. You can see like lately how they like literally killed Syrian people just because they are Syrian.
The political side of it, which is I honestly don't understand. When the war in Syria, 2011, I believe so, Turkey opened the border, and that's why there's this very massive amount of refugees in Turkey. I don't think that's what's happening now. I think now it's just basically passed through generations. People see their parents, they see them verbally bullying Syrians just because they're Syrians, being like, oh, you took our job, or...
Yeah, I heard that a lot. Took our job, oh my god.
Yes, I don't know if you remember when we were living in Turkey, there was this banana story. I don't know if you remember it, because that was
banana story?
Yeah, that was a huge story in school. I remembered it just now.
What was it?
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think someone was being racist to someone in like the market, and it was like, oh, you're taking our job, and I am Turkish here. I'm Turk, and I can't even buy a banana because you're taking your job, you're getting paid in dollars while we here need to suffer or something like that.
Why do you think you have this benefit to live your normal life and I don't have this benefit because I'm a refugee? Like, what do you think? I should, like, don't buy bananas or, like, live a very, not, like, poor life just because I'm a refugee and you are Turk and you live in Turkey? Why do you think you have this benefit? I don't.
I know.
And like, I'm the one who struggled. I'm the one who went through a fucking war. So why I should be less than you?
I know. And my one time in Turkey, I don't remember what was with me, but it was something expensive. I think my phone or something like that. And they tried to steal it. And I went to the teacher and I was like, oh, they basically tried to steal my phone. And she literally was like, well, you're Syrian and you have very expensive phone. They're Turkish.
They're Turk.
I keep saying that. I don't know
Me
why.
too.
They're Turk, so like they should have it, not you, because I guess I'm not human enough now. Like, do you remember when the earthquake happened? My friend called me. It's either my friend or our stepdad. Yeah. When he was like to get to the airplane.
Yeah.
A Turk animal is like can get to the plane more than a Syrian person.
Yeah,
can.
I do remember.
What was it? It was like there was like a rating or like a scale of who can go or
can
not.
go like the priority.
The priority.
Exactly.
Yes, animals are more prioritized to go to the airplane than us.
And I'm not saying that animals should die. I'm not saying that, but like they just because a Turk animal, a Syrian human can go to the airplane.
Also, we're Syrian. We're also not like the best. Okay, we're not completely innocent. Now Syrian made their own community. Like when I moved to Turkey, I didn't even need to learn the language because I was living in a Syrian community. It was literally another Syria for me. That just shows that both sides are not willing to live together. So when you look at this that way, okay, I'm trying to dehumanize the situation, but everyone is doing that, so whatever. You have people here who are not willing to live with these people, but they're living in their country. So obviously you're gonna be racist to them.
But I don't think all Syrians are like that.
Definitely not all.
Exactly, because I know like so many like Syrian friends, they speak Turkish more like much better than Arabic, their first language, and they actually have so many Turkish friends, and I think like I don't know. I think there is a very big community, like Syrian community, and they actually don't give a fuck to talk to Turkish people because there's a lot of Syrians. So we can just be friends. I don't give a fuck about the other people. So I totally agree. But still, like how Turkish people are expecting us to Turks basically to like talk to them when they are so racist to us.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, yes, part of it is our fault, but I still believe because Turks basically forced us to do that.
I totally agree.
Because I can't just receive hate from you every single day and think that I won't gang up on you with my Syrian friend, like, because that's the phrase they use. But of course I'm gonna gang up. What are you expecting? It's your fault. It's like now Israel and Palestine, when Israel's like we're killing children because they're gonna grow up to be terrorists. Well, first of all, no, but also if they do, maybe it's because of you, because you're bombing them every single day. So how are you expecting them to bomb terrorists?
You cannot like traumatize the victim and then literally like put the blame on the victim because it's traumatized. I also think this is a big reason why Turk people are really racist towards us. I think it's about the stereotype.
Yes.
Because they are so surprised. Like they would be so surprised if they see a girl, like a beautiful girl, and she's Syrian and she's not putting a hijab. So they would be like, "Oh, how you are Syrian? So fucking beautiful. How could you be Syrian?" And this is not a compliment. This is not a compliment, by the way. It's not. It's not. It's a fucking insult, babe. You cannot say that, and it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It just...
They just have the stereotype that all the Syrians are very religious, like ISIS, but we are not. The fuck do you mean? We're not.
No, we're not.
So, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's the stereotype. And Turkish people, they think that we don't have any common traditions between us and them. And I think we do have a very, very, very similar traditions.
It's exactly the same. Even their language, most of it is Arabic words, literally.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's true. Yeah, I know that. So I don't understand why you are being racist. Like, please stop.
I mean, okay, part of it, I think it's because actually Turkey want to be part of Europe, so they're like, we're not like you guys. It's like, you literally are.
Exactly. They want to put themselves in a very like high level, not like us. Like we are so low for them.
Yeah. Like Lebanon as well. And
yeah,
Lebanon
exactly. I
Lebanon
totally agree. Just because they speak 3 languages and we speak just 1 language, this is Arabic, because they speak English, French, and Arabic.
Yeah.
They think that we are useless, and not like useless, but we are a very low level.
Yes. What was that story about that? I don't know if he was a journalist, but it was like a celebrity. What was the story?
She was a journalist. Her name is Nidal Ahmediya. She said that they don't want Syrians in their country because we don't know how to spell chocolat mou. Chocolate mou, basically, which is like a sweet. So we are like that. It's so fucked up. Like, it's so fucked up. You cannot tell me to go back to my country that there's literally no electricity. There was nothing there. Like, there's no job. Like, how I can live there. Okay, Alma, thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed our podcast.
I did.
Not just you, I mean them.
Oh.
I hope you enjoyed our podcast. Have a very good day, and I hope you learned something. And if you are racist, think about it, okay?
And stop.
Yeah.
Don't be racist.
Hopefully you would stop. Bye.